You can make your decisions there, get exactly what you want in a new bathroom. They use their own employees, so don't worry about a subcontractor schedule. And now with your project, get a Delta grade shower head that gives you the precise temperature and pressure that you want. Call Build a Bath today, 303-997-4763, or online at buildabath.net.
Hi, it's Marty Lenz. Thinking about selling your home and you want to net the most amount of money? You need to call my friends Gay Ribble and Empower Home Team with Keller Williams. Matt and Angie did just that. Gay sold their home on Beachmore Drive, and her proven system got them multiple offers and $30,000 over the asking price. Gay already has the buyers. There are over 14,400 buyers in her exclusive buyers and waiting system. Think about that. With that many pre-screened ready buyers, Gay creates more demand for your home. More buyers equals more offers, which means more money for you. Gay is so confident she will sell your home that she guarantees it in writing. Call the only ones I would trust to sell my home, Gay Ribble and Empower Home Team. 833-453-SOLD, 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 or visit gayhasthebuyers.com. You spell gay, G-A-Y-E, gayhasthebuyers.com to sell your home for more.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you're always looking for ways to position your operation to create opportunities and move on them faster. With Bank of America, you get access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2023 Bank of America, N.A.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Men, you fought hard for the role that you play in your children's lives. This Father's Day, Cordell & Cordell celebrates you the entire month of June. Join us every Friday for our live webinar series, Father's Fridays. There you'll receive much useful information from our panel of speakers. To register, go to CordellCordell.com/Father's Day.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Denver area attorneys, a partner men can count on. 303-221-DADS. CordellCordell.com.
Getting close to retirement? Or have you retired? You've probably got a ton of stress-filled questions on your mind. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth. Getting a second opinion with an individualized investment plan is vital, and our fiduciary advisors do just that. Take it from this Trajan Wealth client.
It was just so pleasant, so comfortable. I think we had 7 different accounts, just stuff scattered all over the place. And then so we just started, here's this, move this. And he even explained it a couple different times. But if I have more questions, he said, just give us a call. And that's what I love. He's a phone call away. I'm glad I know these guys. Such a huge weight off my shoulder.
Imagine not second-guessing investments or monthly retirement income. That's the peace of mind you'll get from working with Trajan Wealth. Call Trajan today at 720-405-3300 or visit TrajanWealth.com.
Actual client, no compensation, no conflicts. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen. More rain on the way for Tuesday. Highs today in the mid-60s, so another day below average. Then we're looking at some rain showers and possibly even a couple of storms for later on this afternoon. I'm Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather Team meteorologist Kylie Burse.
Hey, DQ fans, the new Oreo Brookie Blizzard treat is here. That's a delectable combination of Brookie and Oreo cookie pieces blended together in world-famous soft serve. You get all that in just one treat, and that treat is waiting for you only at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver. An iHeart radio station. Available everywhere. Listen on the free iHeart Radio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
ABC News, I'm Mike Dubusky. Security tight around the federal courthouse in Miami. Will be before a judge today. He'll be booked for multiple federal charges related to his handling of classified information. ABC's Aaron Katersky.
It is unlikely we will see him back in this court anytime soon. This is just the beginning of what could be a very long prosecution. With classified documents involved, it complicates things for the judge, for the discovery process, and also for Trump's legal team.
Afterwards, he'll return to New Jersey to talk to supporters. Inflation slowing down considerably in May, rising only 0.1 percentage point from April. Prices up 4% from a year ago. The Fed meeting today. Most economists think it'll halt interest rate hikes this time around. There was was Russian shelling on an apartment building in Volodymyr Zelensky's Ukrainian hometown. At least 11 people were killed, making it the deadliest single-day attack on one city since late April. This is ABC News. 2 kids suffered what are being called burn-like injuries after someone apparently doused slides in a Massachusetts park with some kind of acid. Police say it happened over the weekend in the town of Longmeadow. One person killed in western New York after a tour boat capsized in a cave. Here's ABC's Trevor Alt.
On board with the tour guide were 28 passengers, all local hospitality workers, the boat flipping upside down 300 feet into the cave. Emergency responders used an inflatable boat to rescue the passengers. The water temperature just 55 degrees. The response team even tearing a hole in the cave to get more people out.
And a little AI magic is helping give us a new record from the Beatles. Paul McCartney tells the BBC he used AI to pull John Lennon's voice from an old demo to create what he calls the last Beatles record. Mike Dubusky, ABC News.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours.
Spilled your milkshake? Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up spills quicker. And each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less than the leading Ordinary brand. So you can get back to your milkshake.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
K-How News Time, 10:03.
Stan and Josh Kroenke, Calvin Booth, Michael Malone, what a fantastic job you've done.
NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, as the Kroenkes and Coach Michael Malone proud to host the Larry O'Brien Trophy after wrapping up the NBA title against Miami last night at Ball Arena. The next trophy drawing even more cheers from Nuggets fans.
This year's Bill Russell Finals MVP goes to Nikola Jokic.
The Joker with 28 points, 16 rebounds in the clinching Game 5. Part of the Nuggets celebration downtown marred by violence, an altercation that led to 10 people being shot.
Officers quickly identified and were able to take into custody a suspect who also had a gunshot injury and was taken to the hospitals.
Denver police spokesman Doug Shepman says 3 of the 10 shot are in critical condition. It happened near 20th and Market, 1 block over from Coors Field. I'm David Kao.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen.
Heading down to the Tech Center, there's one crash on the highway. Southbound 225 just before Yosemite was in the right lane. It's off in the shoulder now, so all lanes have opened up. Southbound 225 before Yosemite, so back past Parker Road and crowded down to I-25. 270 still a little busy. That stretch in I-25 as you head into downtown. Speed still teens and 20s. 6th Avenue also backed up from Federal, heavy on the ramp to I-25, but no problems. Buck City 110-point weather, cloudy and cooler today. Afternoon rain showers possible, high of 65. And partly sunny and drier tomorrow and Thursday into the mid-70s. Currently it is 54 degrees. Impacting your drive to work, Susan Phelan, 630 K-How.
Hey, DQ fans, the new Oreo Brookie Blizzard treat is here. That's a delectable combination of Brookie and Oreo cookie pieces blended together in world-famous soft serve. You get all that in just one treat, and that treat is waiting for you only at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
The year is almost half over, and you are still dealing with that knee or hip pain? Enough is enough. Pills are not the answer. Surgery is not the answer. You need to call QC Kinetics. Hey, it's Michael Brown. You know, the advanced regenerative medicine solutions at QC Kinetics can give you a life without chronic joint pain. You can do all those summer activities you used to enjoy. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in taking healing properties from your own body and applying them right into your achy joints, so your joint tissue can be repaired and restored naturally. This treatment is truly revolutionary. across America are having life-changing results. And there's no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime. So if you have pain in your knees, back, shoulders, hips, you need to stop what you're doing right now and see Kinetics. Get a free consultation. Learn how the latest advances in regenerative medicine.
Try again.
Hey, Tom and Shannon, I'm going to send you guys a link. You got to see this.
Okay, Tom, are you there? Huh.
I'm here.
Tom? Oh, okay.
I'm here.
Yay.
I'm sending you
is
to
this return good?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
And Mark, say your piece.
I'm sending you guys, click on this. This is crazy. This is from last night in Denver.
Okay.
You probably...
Is it...
All right.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. We are here to help you with everything we can, and I love referring great water, waterpros.net for the best drinking water at your kitchen sink. That's what I have right now, under $1,000 fully installed. It makes great coffee, too, and cleaning. It's great for cleaning, really. Hey, by the way, I can't start the show and can do anything without acknowledging how great the Nuggets did and how great it is for the city. I realize that sports, way more than sports. You know, I used to think, it's a team, you know, right? But people feel good, and I'm told when they feel good, they spend more money, and there's an uptick in the economy for the local place, not just for people coming in and watching, but it's great for tourism. It's also great for the residents. They feel better. They actually will go out today and buy something where they might be hesitating because of a positive feeling. And that's where sports lifts a community, doesn't it? And especially when you have a bunch of good guys like the Nuggets, you know, they're not embroiled in controversy and all of that. And I just noticed that everyone was feeling good. Now, Mark, you said, though, you wanted to show us something. Do you want to cast a...
Oh, just click on that link right now, man.
You want to cast a bit of a downer?
I just got it like 2 minutes before the
and what is
show
it?
started.
Did you text it to me, Mark?
Just look at it. It's only like 30 seconds. I never seen nothing. Well, that's not true.
Okay.
I've seen stuff like that in Philadelphia.
Can I, if I play it, can I...
Just play. It's only 30 seconds, but basically for people listening,
I'll
try
playing
to put it up. There you go.
All right. Oh, my God. They're wrecking...
That's what I said.
They're wrecking stuff. Oh,
Look at
what
that.
are they wrecking, and why are they
unbelievable.
wrecking stuff?
No idea.
I didn't realize they're throwing furniture. Where are they getting the furniture?
I have no idea. I just got it.
But where's the
That's
furniture
from a buddy
coming
of mine.
from?
His daughter was downtown.
Probably restaurants like Tom's Watch Bar.
Okay, so they're taking... Oh, yeah,
Shannon,
there's
what
bar
did you make of
stools,
that?
bar
Well, I've done a
stools
lot
and
of remotes
tables.
in that area.
Why do people have to be crazy and stupid like that? I mean,
I saw some guy trying to bring down a light post on the news this morning. For the life of me, I can't imagine who would climb up onto a light post that sticks out over the street.
But was there a lot
to break it? Because if it does break, his ass is grass.
Was there a lot of serious vandalism, by the way?
Well, look at that video.
I mean, I see that, but is that just one little incident, or was it all over town like that?
I don't know if that's a little pocket. I have no idea, but I don't remember Denver like when we won the Super Bowl and the Avs have won the Stanley Cup a few times. I don't recall anything like that.
I don't remember. Anyway, that's too bad. But and then there was a shooting, right? I mean,
11 people got shot.
Yeah, that's pretty sad.
11 people got shot. That's insane. The best video I saw all night, though, you know what I'm going to tell you?
Yeah, but we can't show it.
I won't show it, but it was your wife, Stephanie.
Oh, my God.
I had no idea how into basketball
Oh, my
she was.
God, she's crazy. I wonder, okay, I can't show it. I wonder if I can use the sound, though. I wonder if
Why can't we show it?
No, she would, no, seriously.
She'd
would
kill you.
Yeah, no, she would. She was upset I
I
showed
got you.
anyone. But I wonder if she'll let me use the sound. In fact, the sound's fine.
This sounds fine. You can tell she's a fan. I had no idea what Nuggets fan she was.
I mean, hold on. Let me see if I get the sound. Steph, I hope you don't mind the sound. The sound's cool. I mean, hold on. Where is it? I'll find it. But anyway, yeah, I sent it to you guys, well, to Suze, and hold on here. Hold on now.
Block these people! Block them, block them, block them, block them, block them, block them. On them, on them, on them, on them. No, no, no! No! Yes, get down to the other side and score. Now, go, do it, do it. Score, score, shoot! You got this! Boom! Off!
Did she play basketball? Stephanie's quite tall.
Yeah, she's very sportsman. Yeah, she's an athlete. But anyway, she mostly did running and water skiing and golf. Anyway, but that was pretty cool. Anyway, Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies is with us. We can talk about retirement too, but I also went to my mail, which I very seldom do, and actually my mail and phone and my Google, somehow my Google got filled up, my Google Voice. I don't even know how that happens. I think it rolls over from somewhere. I never knew that, but I had some questions that came in, and I thought, why aren't they calling the show? I'm wondering if I have a disconnect somewhere when they call 303 Martino, if it rolls over to Google. In any case, I have some topics there to talk about that are important, and one of them, I'm trying to get it right now. Here, it's a very, some of these questions I thought, wow, these are cool, like this one. How, Mark, somebody is considering a lease assumption on a car. You remember the nightmares they used to produce?
I think that is a nightmare. You better watch that.
Oh, you have to watch it, because here's what's happening. People get tired of a car, want to get rid of a car, and some of these brokers promise to find you a buyer. They're not finding you a buyer, or they find you someone to assume the lease. Here's the problem.
It was a big deal with RVs a while back.
Yes. Leases do not allow, so for Steve here, leases are not allowed to be assumed in any lease I've ever seen. The person, at best, the person must qualify with the lessor and then become the leasee. But most of the time they write a brand new lease. They do not want you to assume it or to assign it. And as soon as you do that, you're breaking the terms of the lease. But these are what the brokers do, is they take the car from you, and then they become like, they change the addresses on the lease so they get the notifications for non-payment and late payments. Then they get someone, you'll see a car advertised sometimes with white shoe polish on the windshield, says take over payments, or they have it on the side of the road and it says, you see a nice Audi and it says, you know, $530 a month, $530 a month or whatever.
How do you think they insure them when they have no security insurance?
That's what I'd like to know, because here's what they're doing. They are doing this lease, and they take over the payment. Now, when this person sends the payment to the broker supposedly sends the payment into the lender or to the lessor, and then it's supposed to, you know, you're free of your lease, but you're not. If ever this car ever is wrecked or stolen or somebody stops paying on it, you, the one who released that car, thinking, I don't want it anymore. You're held responsible for everything, for damages, for the deficiency, for the property. So the answer is no, 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 no. Never, ever, ever assume a lease from someone. And if you're leasing a car, don't ever let someone assume it, thinking you're out from under it. These brokers, by the way, the way they get paid on both ends. They get money from you if you have your car and you want to find a buyer. They charge you a fee. Then they charge a little down payment for the person taking the car. And then as far as the payments go, they tell the person where to send the payments. Sometimes they take the payments, but most of the time they set you up for auto payment, so the buyer or the person assuming the lease is making payments to your account, and you think, oh, I'm cool. Now, if ever a payment is late, you're not going to find out about it. The broker does. The broker gets notice that the payment wasn't made, And what they'll do is they're supposed to call the guy that assumed the lease and say, you got to make your payment. And supposedly the broker assures you that they'll make sure the payments are made, or they'll repossess the car and release it again. It's just dangerous. Don't ever do it. That's why I say you shouldn't even lease a car unless you absolutely, positively love the car and you're going to keep it for the term of the lease. It almost never pays to turn a lease in early. Now, when people say, well, I got this deal, and they say they'll pay off my lease, early termination of a lease is not an early termination unless it's the lessor offering it to you because they want to lease you another car. When a dealer says they're going to pay off your lease so you can buy a car from them, what you're paying is every single payment. You're not paying a reduced amount. It is the most ridiculous thing you can do is lease a car and not live up to the terms of the lease. They never pay ever to early terminate a lease. I mean, some of these idiots think they're early terminating, and all they're doing is paying up the lease. You may as well keep the car. You already paid for it. You're paying every payment for the next 30 months or so. And it gets to be ridiculous. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK is our number, 303-713-8255. What's on your mind today? Weigh in on whatever consumer issue is on your mind. And if you want air conditioning, 888heating.com says guaranteed lowest price. Put them to the test. They'll come out and do a free second opinion as well. And all you have to do is ask. And they have, of course, an apples-to-apples comparison. That's 303-770-2776. Celebrate spring with Fix It. That downtown scene was crazy.
I drove around downtown a little bit last night after the game. Tell you what, Colfax and Downing was a bit scary.
It's nuts, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get that video up. It's not as easy as said.
Sure. Now listen, I'm originally from Detroit, and we'd flip a cop car on a Tuesday, but it has kind of gotten stepped up a bit.
Let's see, Larson tax relief. Somebody wants to know about that 844 Larson tax. Okay. 844 LARSO TAX.
All we ask is that you don't have your radio turned on when he does call in. Yeah, because you can hear it through the hold. Oh, good. Well, we appreciate your listening.
All right, I think I got it. Let me see.
No, I understand.
Hello. All right, I'm going to play this video, or sure try to. Damn it. Damn it. Or not. I just have no idea how to play a TikTok on it. It's impossible. Damn it, it's impossible.
They're talk blocking you.
How do you do it? How do you do it, says him.
Do what?
How do I play this goddamn TikTok video over vMix? It just ain't working.
You can't put a URL in.
I can, but then I can't launch the TikTok. It's a real MFer. Maybe a screen. Hold on. Maybe I can do it. It's almost like TikTok somehow doesn't allow it, which I don't know how that's possible.
They're pretty clever.
They are pretty clever.
I mean, I really liked Kwai Chang Kane. Grasshopper. Very smart.
Oh, grasshopper.
Once you can snatch the pebble from my hand. Huh.
Okay. The number is 214-227-2154. No problem. Thanks for calling. Bye.
All right, here we go.
30 K-How.
Hi, Tom Martino here. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Let's talk to you about your problems, questions, and complaints, and anything on your mind. And we have Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies with us today. And I'd like to talk about one thing really quickly. Something that came up in a discussion, whether to use retirement money as a rollover. Now, we also have another advertiser on this show, a great guy, and you guys, you offer annuities and you offer as part of a retirement plan. Of course, you do a lot more than that, but you also mention rolling over IRAs. So, well, let me put it this way. If you have a 401k, you can draw the money out in a lump sum, roll it over to an IRA, and then buy an annuity with it. And that then accrues tax-free or tax-deferred. But what is the benefit of using tax-free money? Let's say a person had both qualified money, which is after tax, before tax, and then they had regular money after tax. What's the benefit of one or the other? Who wants to answer that? Because it's really important. So let's just say you had the choice of putting a few $100,000 in an annuity from a retirement account, so it grows tax deferred. But an annuity isn't taxed anyway, is it? The growth?
Yeah, so Tom, the way an annuity works is whether the money's tax deferred or after tax, it's going to be tax deferred while the money's inside the annuity
right,
account.
Even regular money, when you invest it,
yep.
Even if it's not a retirement plan, the the growth is deferred.
Yeah, so
why is that, by the way? Why does that get special treatment like that?
It's just the way the IRS treats annuities.
So it's kind of like, is it kind of like, Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, so it really depends on the individual situation and what we're trying to accomplish over time, and it also obviously depends on what kind of money we're working with and what other assets the client has. Because annuity may not always work in every situation. We may not use it in every situation, but we're going to look at all the different sources of assets that an individual has and decide.
But if someone has a choice, retirement money or regular money, what?
It's hard to say without seeing a little bit bigger picture. Yeah,
when you take the money, out, how is it different?
So when money comes out of an annuity, it's all taxed. Okay, if it's set up as an IRA account, then the money that comes out is taxed as ordinary income, 100% of it, just like
because you paid no tax on it.
No tax going in. With an annuity, when you set it up with after-tax money, you're going to pay tax initially on the growth of the money inside the annuity, but once you get down to the basis, you don't pay tax anymore. So,
but they don't prorate each payment to you. It's all taxed up front.
There's two ways you can pull money out. If you pull it out as a withdrawal without annuitizing an annuity contract, then you're going to pay tax on the last money that went in, last in, first out. So you're going to pay tax on the interest first.
If you draw out up to 10%.
Yeah, if you just take a percentage withdrawal per year. If you want to convert the annuity into income, if you want to annuitize it, which is a little bit different beast these days, and most people don't do it this way because it locks you into a payout structure that you may or may not want.
But if you're old enough and you want to turn on the income stream.
If you do it that way, if you annuitize an annuity contract, then they're going to blend it and you're going to have a little bit of income, a little bit of taxable income and a little bit of return of principal with every payment.
With every payment?
Yep.
And what do they calculate? A certain percentage? Like, how do they know which part of it's tax and which part isn't?
They're gonna give you a payout rate. They're gonna prorate the amount of growth versus the amount of basis.
Okay, so for example, if there's 60% basis and 20% growth, you're taxed on a 60-40 basis then on 60% of it.
Yes. So.
Right. Or whatever. You're taxed on the growth.
You're taxed on the growth.
I'm sorry.
So
how about if the tool was a Roth? Does that mean it grows and you don't pay taxes when you pull the money out?
That's
period.
Right,
end of story.
Yep. Roth's treated the same way inside an annuity as outside of an annuity. There's no tax on the withdrawals.
If that Roth grows over 10 or 20 years in an annuity, and you go to turn that income stream on, you don't pay a nickel in taxes.
Exactly right.
See, if people have a giant Roth, they'd be crazy not to do that.
Well, it's so hard to get a giant Roth, though. That's the whole damn problem.
Yeah, there are limits on Roths, right?
There are limits on Roths, and particularly if you've got income that's too high where you can't qualify to put money into a Roth. However, those individuals can do what we call a backdoor Roth conversion, where you contribute the money to an IRA, and then we do a conversion the next day to a Roth account.
But that's still only $7 or $8 grand a year, right?
Correct, but you can also mark.
I mean, you can't.
Hold on. What about a lump sum? You can't do that.
50, 60 grand.
Hold on.
If you've got a 401k or an IRA sitting there already, you can go choose to convert the whole thing if you want to.
And if you did, you have to pay the tax that day.
Income tax on whatever you convert. We do this regularly.
You don't pay a penalty, just the tax.
Correct. If you're over 59 and a half, you can do a conversion on a Roth to a Roth.
So you can turn a non-Roth into a Roth.
Right.
But you have to pay the tax the day you do it.
Yeah, you got.
Well, that's a lot of money.
So
you're trading taxes now for taxes later.
Exactly.
But most of the time, taxes later will be less anyway as you grow older. No? Yes?
You would hope so, but I don't know with the deficit that's going on right now. Do you think taxes are going to go up?
Well, and with an annuity, it could be interesting.
Anyway, let's go.
You could actually. You pay taxes on $100,000 now, but by the time you start turning that income stream on for years and years and years, you might be taking out $500,000 or $1 million that's not taxed.
Great questions, by the way, and I love these questions. Keep them coming, Mark. Sue's turn on the phone here. Sue's, not our Sue's, but caller Sue's.
It is our Sue's.
What?
It's my Sue's.
Why are you calling us Sue's?
I'm trying to help out a senior citizen in Pueblo.
Okay. I see. So you're
on a landscaping issue.
Okay, you're calling for her. Say, tell us the problem then.
Okay, so I emailed you and Mark some pictures.
Yeah.
Basically, Ruth, a few months ago, she hired this All About Landscaping down in Pueblo to take out a chain link gate. The fence is wooden, but the gate itself was chain link. To take it out and install a wooden gate, and it's kind of turned out to be messy, Tom. She's so
What is this? What is this corrugated steel I see in the photos?
Okay, so that's the inside of her yard. Do you see, Tom, the picture with the bunch of flowers? That's the outside. That's her front yard, and you can see the outside of the gate.
Yeah.
That metal is on the other side of the fence to
Okay.
keep out people from jumping over her fence because crime is really bad in Pueblo.
Oh, so she has corrugated metal on the outside.
It looks
of her
like Fort Knox.
Oh my God!
On
it
the
looks.
inside of her, yeah.
Oh wait. So when you walk in her yard, you see that corrugated steel, or outside?
My understanding is it's on the inside of her backyard.
Now, some people would do
That's
that to
my
keep a dog from destroying a wood fence if she has a dog. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So this gate she had put in, is that the gate, that dome-shaped gate?
Yes. And if you can see kind of a side angle where the fence is coming forward. It's real wobbly. The gate doesn't open all the way.
I see
it's
it.
Not
It's
level,
crooked.
Tom.
It's crooked for sure. I mean, it's not the neatest.
And
It's not the neatest gate, of course. So, jeez. So all she did was have the gate installed, right?
yeah, I guess she had to have the fence moved a little bit and reinstalled. When he reinstalled that existing fence to make the gate fit, both sides of that fence on each side of the gate is wobbly and not stable at all. On top of that, I guess some screws have come out of the metal.
Yeah, but did he reinstall the existing gate or put up a new gate?
He reinstalled the existing gate.
So what I'm saying is he was dealing kind of with old rickety stuff anyway. I mean, in other words, I don't know, Mark. What do you think? Are you putting the pics up on our feeds at all?
Yeah, I am. I'm doing it right now, but I'm kind of thinking the same thing you are. I don't know how bad the gate was or how bad the fence was.
I mean, the gate had a whole bunch of holes
doing
in it.
anything.
The gate had a whole bunch of holes in it. I mean, it's an older gate. It's worn, weathered wood. The biggest argument here is the gate's not straight. I mean, you can see the reveal in the gate.
Well, and the fence is wobbly, Tom. He didn't reinstall the
Well,
fence
that could be. We can't
properly.
see that. So she paid him to move the fence and reinstall the gate.
To move the fence, take out the chain link gate, and put in
Right.
this.
Okay. Where did he get this
wooden
wooden gate is what I'm asking. Did he make this
He got
gate?
it from like an antique store. Or
Okay, see, we
something,
have no
and
way
he's
of
been-
knowing the condition of this wooden gate before they put
Right.
it up. I don't think he would
And
have
it's
done...
more, and the gate is more than just unlevel, Tom. It's unlevel. You can't open it all the way.
Okay, yeah,
because
I
it's
can see the gate needs to be reinstalled. There's no doubt. But I don't think she's taking close-ups of these nail holes and stuff. Come on, man. I mean, I mean, when you move a fence, there's going to be some... I think she's... It was an old
Should
rickety...
it be wobbly, though?
No, of course not. He should. I don't know if he didn't cement the posts in
How
right.
much did she pay in total?
$575, right?
Well, kind of, yes. For this part of the fence, I think it was a $300 or $400 total. She had some other work done in her yard as well.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a lot of money. Let's put it this way. I don't think the guy did the greatest job on the gate, but I don't think he ripped her off at all. I think that will the landscaper, I'm assuming it's a guy, will the landscaper reinstall the gate?
Well, I think what happened is when the communication broke down between the two of them, she decided to put up a BBB review.
Oh, no, yeah.
And it was pretty ugly. And then that's where he said, "You're going to put up a BBB review about me. I'm not coming out and doing anything now to help."
Well,
so that's my understanding.
By the
of where
way,
it was left.
I think this is a lesson for all of us, and I want to mention this. Before you review people, you should first at least see if they're willing to fix their mistakes, because then it is kind of reacting unless she tried to get him out and he wouldn't come out ever. But here's my thing. If it's wobbly, obviously it should be fixed. And the gate should be reinstalled.
That's what I thought too.
Did you
And
call the
I
guy,
wondered-
Suze, did you call him?
I haven't yet. I was wondering about Marty or somebody. I wondered about
Okay.
negotiating with him, saying, if Ruth takes down her reviews, will you come out and make this problem right? I just was trying. Ruth is so upset She's going through a lot of health issues. She just lost her adult son to brain cancer.
Oh my God!
She takes a lot
Here's
of
what I
pride
think.
in her garden.
I think she should voluntarily take it down, and then we should have. Let's give this to. Well, anyone who can do it. Let's give it to someone who can call this guy and negotiate with him and say, look, we talked to Ruth. She took down the review. She was upset. She's older. Give her a break. Will you? Because the review can always go back up again and ask, will you take care of it? And I think that's reasonable to me. I mean, I don't know. To me, that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try that at least. I think. Okay. All right, 303.
You know, it's like highly bitching at your server when your steak's not cooked right. So it comes well done, you ordered it rare, but then you tear them a new one, and you're waiting for your food to come back.
No,
it's
I
stupid.
know, man. Do you think they ever take revenge on food? People.
Oh, my God.
Wait, really, you do?
That's why I don't use Grubhub or any of those delivery services.
Well,
not for revenge, but because I'm terrified people do things to food.
God almighty. That would be so gross.
How many times have we had a homeless person call, and what's their main income? What do they say? Grubhub.
Or
they live in their car and they deliver you your food. I mean, come on.
303-713-TALK, 713-8255. By the way, waterpros.net, you can get a whole house filter now. I mean, it was like $1,200, a whole house filter for Forever Chemicals to keep it out of baths and showers and clean up your water for drinking. That's waterpros.net or paulthewaterman.com.
Very nice.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen.
Some drama spots around the downtown area for this mid-morning. I-25 southbound before Spear Boulevard. We've got a crash in the right lane with stop and go back from 38th and Park Avenue. About 5 minutes of delay driving through the scene. Just west of there, 6th Avenue eastbound. The ramp remains blocked due to an accident with stop and go traffic back from Federal Boulevard. Otherwise, pretty clean drive throughout the Denver metro and beyond. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, cloudy skies at the moment. We're expecting more scattered thunderstorms later today, high of 65 degrees. Overnight low of 50. Tomorrow, scattered thunderstorms continue a bit warmer with a high of 76. The current temperature in Denver is 57 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Hey, DQ fans, the new Oreo Brookie Blizzard treat is here. That's a delectable combination of Brookie and Oreo cookie pieces blended together in world-famous soft serve. You get all that in just one treat, and that treat is waiting for you only at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
Well, I'll tell you what else tastes good, and that is a great deal. And man, can you get a deal with Made in the Shade. If you're looking for window coverings of any kind, soft goods, hard goods, meaning like shutters, exterior shutters, blinds, you can get beautiful shades, now cordless shades. You want them to come out and estimate free, they will. They'll measure each and every opening with a laser measurement. And then they'll have a design consultant help you pick the right stuff. If you decide to go through with this, they have their in-house installation team, all the major brands and warranties, including Made in the Shade's warranty for installation. Give them a call. You'll love it. They will meet just about any budget. That's Made in the Shade. Look for them at referralist.com, 720-458-6566. You know, part of any retirement plan, we've just been talking to my experts here, is it could be a reverse loan. And, you know, we work with Empower Reverse Mortgage. I know they do too. In other words, if you need a reverse loan, you give them a call. And what Mark Massey and his team will do, they will answer all of your questions. Sometimes you just want to get the mortgage paid off and not have a payment. Or if your house is paid off, you just want an emergency line of credit. Call for more information. EmpowerReverse.com. 720-500-7719.
You're the best.
XL Roofing.
Jay's on top of it.
We're hitting, Thomas, we're hitting Tiger Run tomorrow.
Oh, man.
Cool.
I just drove by there the other day.
Oh,
Will
did
you
you?
be available at the end of the show, right?
Absolutely, positively.
So are you
baby,
going up
baby.
there tonight?
No, we're going to blast up in the morning,
Breckenridge.
and I'll get all set up and ready to go.
When do you go to Breckenridge?
What, do they have broadband?
I know people. I know the mayor.
Yeah, so interesting enough, tomorrow I'll use 4G, but Thursday they finally light up their brand new internet, so each site has its own fiber. It's going to be sweet in the future. We miss it by 1 day, but it doesn't matter. I've got my 4G, and I also have my
Is it strong,
Elon
that
Musk.
4G?
Oh, God, yeah, it works great. In
As a matter
fact,
of
it
fact,
works better than
yeah.
a lot of RV parks because the latency is almost nothing.
Especially with the Comrex.
Yeah, it works great with the Comrex. In fact, it works better than most Wi-Fi.
They recommend it.
Yeah, it's weird. It's really, it's like 20 milliseconds, which is great. I don't even get that at most places.
Neither does Sue's.
Oh, Shannon.
Well,
Shannon.
yeah.
Hey, is there a bunch of salespeople in the building today?
No.
Oh, it's empty, huh?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Huh.
Well, they all got drunk and pregnant, especially Bob Murphy last night down at the ball
Oh, that's
arena.
right. Who went for KOA? Anybody?
Well, you mean on-air sort of stuff? We had
Yeah, anybody? Was A-Rod there? Or?
definitely A-Rod, BK,
Yeah.
possibly some other cats.
Cool.
What's
Yeah.
his name?
Someone told me
What's
Capless was on the floor, or close
Capless
to.
was on the floor. I can confirm that.
Did you see him?
I did not see him. I saw him on Wednesday. I did
Hey.
not see him last night. The camera
Speaking
did not
of
catch
him,
him.
Tom.
Yeah.
So Addie is up in that.
Yeah.
Oh man, where is it called?
Yeah, I know.
But she's up there with Capless doing depositions. Can you believe it?
Does she work out of his office?
Yeah.
Where is that?
He got her a hotel up there.
No.
It's in Glenwood Springs. That's where it is.
Oh, okay.
She's doing the cavern case. That's cool.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So
It's
his
kinda
office is
Somebody get a
the-
steamed
Creepy is
clam?
what it is.
His office is the big one, with the entire top floor.
It's the Gillette building. I
Yeah.
call it.
Oh,
Looks
very
like
nice.
a Gillette
Yeah.
shaver.
Yep.
Yep.
What's the cavern case? Somebody get a steamed clam
No,
or some
the
deal in there?
4-year-old that died.
Oh,
They didn't-
holy crap.
They didn't hook her in, or didn't fasten her.
It's
belt
one of
in.
these rides like the Tower of Death or Tower
Yeah.
of Doom, whatever it's called.
Yeah, yeah.
Dang it.
And they didn't buckle her seatbelt. And
Correct. And she died.
the strange part is they kept checking because a light was on saying, hey, not everybody's buckled. So they checked 5 or 6 times. Then they overrode the system to make it go, and
Yep.
that was that.
There you go.
Radio station.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's talk to Tracy. Tracy, I believe you called, and I'm looking at your call here. And was it about all things concrete?
It was. It was back in July. We had a contractor. We had hired a contractor
Right.
to pour the driveway.
Yeah.
And he took the money.
Salvador, and as when you called last time, Salvador, I believe Nahara.
Yes.
And it looks like Najara. He said that he was going to refund money to you because the driveway, I guess he gave fake references, and you had to pay money up
But
front. And he broke up part of the old driveway, came back and set up some forms, but never finished, right?
Correct.
And
well,
so
never
did he-
He never gave us back anything. He pretty much just quit contacting.
Did he disappear?
So I-
Is the guy still around?
Well, I turned it over to the police.
Oh, good,
Because
good.
We needed, yes, and they've done an investigation, And it turned out he'd done this to a couple other people. He was not necessarily in this way, but he was taken from other people. And because they had contacted me, so I turned them over to police too. So anyway, the police did an investigation. They turned it over to district attorney. They issued an arrest warrant.
Wow.
And,
What police department is this?
Lakewood. It was
I'm
the
impressed.
Lakewood Police Department.
I'm
I am
impressed.
too, because they did, and he has a deposition on the 26th of this month.
Wow.
So,
So did they arrest him, or did they do a civil case?
As far as I know, from what I understand from the detective who was on the case, they actually issued the arrest warrant.
Wow.
So they haven't told me too much after that. It was just, he explained to me how they would issue an arrest warrant. They would arrest him or go after him at some point. If they didn't catch him in a certain amount of time, they would go out and physically, look for him. And then it would go from there. And I don't know if they had found him, if they arrested him, how that worked. But I do know that I got papers in the mail last week saying that he was scheduled. He was a defendant in the state of Colorado.
They charged him then. I wonder what they charged him with.
I don't know, to be honest with you.
They told you they had other complaints about him?
Well, I had other people, because I had put out, please don't use this person. And I had other people contacting me saying, a dumpster, a guy that he also done the same thing to a dumpster company. He filled it up with concrete like he did with mine, and then the dumpster company went to pick up the dumpster, and they couldn't pick it up because it was full of concrete. So he's like, no, this is going to cost us thousands. So he was doing that kind of stuff to other people, too.
Hey, Suze, we need to get a picture of this guy for the Sleaze Brigade. We need to get, if she's listening, we need to get this guy. Yeah, we definitely need to get this guy on the Sleaze Brigade to warn others. We really do. I'm looking at all things.
He can't do this to anyone else. This is just wrong. But
are you looking for Salvador? See, apparently, okay, I found this guy here. Apparently, man, does he have bad ratings? Holy crap. Yep, bad ratings. This guy's bad news then. And so the people that did the people also contact him? I mean, the police, the people that you found?
I referred him out. I told him what detective was working on my case, and I gave the detective their information. So I believe that the detective did talk to him. I don't know how far they pursued it, because I was, I believe that they pursued it to a certain point. And
did you,
company
do you have his address? I have his address. Do you have his address on Exposition Avenue?
I do. Yes, that's the one.
Got it. Wow. So, anyway, here's what. I mean, you're in the right place. What did you call just to give us an update?
Well, I called because I'm in a little bit of another situation.
Okay, could you tell me first, before we go on to that additional situation, you don't have any pictures of this guy, do you, or know where to get one?
I do.
Can you email that to us? After this call, Kachina Kalori is going to, she's going to give you an email address for us. I want to get his picture so I can put him up on social. On sleazebrigade.com, SLEAZE, sleazebrigade.com. What's your other situation?
Rick?
Well, the company that we hired to come out and do the driveway, they come out and they did do it, and it was finished in August. And in January, it started falling apart.
Oh, no, this is a second company?
This is a second company.
Oh, hold on a second. We'll come right back. Hold on. Oh, no, I can't believe it. We'll come back and talk about that coming up. This poor woman, man.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen.
Some drama spots around the downtown area for this mid-morning. I-25 southbound before Spear Boulevard. We've got a crash in the right lane with stop and go back from 38th and Park Avenue. About 5 minutes of delay driving through the scene. Just west of there, 6th Avenue eastbound. The ramp remains blocked due to an accident with stop and go traffic back from Federal Boulevard. Otherwise, a pretty clean drive throughout the Denver metro and beyond. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, cloudy skies at the moment. We're expecting more scattered thunderstorms later today, high of 65 degrees. Overnight low of 50. Tomorrow, scattered thunderstorms continue a bit warmer with a high of 76. The current temperature in Denver is 57 degrees. With your impact traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Hey, DQ fans, the new Oreo Brookie Blizzard treat is here. That's a delectable combination of Brookie and Oreo cookie pieces blended together in world-famous soft serve. You get all that in just one treat, and that treat is waiting for you only at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
Zero Res Denver. The carpet cleaners I trust in my home. They did my entire house just, I think, the week before last. Man, they did a great job. Holy cow. My carpets look like new, and here's the best thing. They use very little water and no soap or emulsifiers, so they dry almost immediately and stay clean longer because there's no dirt-attracting residue. That's the Zero Res way. They use just water, but it's not just water. It's a patented process with super, super softened reverse osmosis water and some secret sauce because it is patented. And then they come in and get things squeaky clean. They also do other cleanings like upholstery and drapes and other things. They do tile and grout. They even do ductwork. You know, Zero Res is the company you want for your home, like I do for mine. ZeroResDenver.com, 303-471-5150, starting at just $33 a room, 303-471-5150. Bigger.
Beware of low ball.
No, I'm serious. I want to know why you're trending.
Guys.
Things I'd like.
Oh.
What is it?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Do a Twitter search.
Let's go.
Advanced Twitter search. Okay.
Bizopedia.com. I never heard of it before.
A little.
Shit, yeah. Great site. I'm going to save it. Bizopedia, man. I love it. Bizopedia.
Damn, Shannon. That's how I prefer it to be said. Damn.
I'm so jealous of you. You get to sleep in like an hour.
Yeah, but I was up at 3. Nah, not till 3:30.
Oh, shit. That's
I want to go night-night. I might sleep during the news.
What news?
Top of the hour. Ooh, Schwann's still delivering?
Now you can do it.
Does anybody know Schwann's? Does anybody like Schwann's still?
Do they even... I don't think they're...
I just saw an ad.
Did you?
Driving the truck.
Troubleshooter Network. Look at this shit. Hold on.
Maybe still done.
Dropping off some Swedish meatballs.
Yeah,
and.
Do you like Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Okay, I
Here's
don't.
Troubleshooter Real Estate. And
I don't know why. I've really tried to like it, and I just don't.
All right.
This thing.
Don't like the chicken sandwiches. Don't like the chicken nuggets.
Of where?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, you don't like their chicken sandwich or chicken nuggets?
No.
Oh, my God, someone needs to check your head.
I'm sure
That's
it's
what
good.
my husband and my daughter says.
That's probably the best fast food chicken, period.
I think your husband and your daughter are talking about.
Yeah, but you probably don't like those anywhere else, right?
I don't like Slim Chickens. I don't like Raising
Well, which
Cane's.
ones do you like?
I don't really like fried chicken, period. I like KFC.
Well, okay, there you go.
You're funny.
I like KFC's coleslaw.
You know, I don't like Pizza Hut's anchovies or Domino's anchovies.
Well,
Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Dan McKenzie will get you wills, estate planning, trusts, McKenzie Law, another part of Retirement Planning Center, or retirement, I mean. Dan McKenzie does estate work, and he's a great guy, McKenzie Law. He is on our referral list at referrallist.com. You can contact him directly at 833-CO-PLANS or coplans.co. And it is an important part. So you guys, when you take on a client, you look at everything, right? What's the very first thing you look at? The very first thing. If you take on a client, let's say a client 45 or 50, what's the first thing you look at? The very first thing. I'm here. I want retirement planning. What's the first thing?
We first of all have to gather the data so we can
Like
build
what? What kind of data? Like just all basic demographic data, right?
Information on income, information on their investments, information,
mortgages, debts, everything.
Taxes, information on health care, and information on legacy.
And then when you do that, do you look at the thing that has the biggest deficit or hole, or do you look at something first all the time? Do you have a process?
Well, typically, you don't have a plan if you don't have income. So we always make sure the income piece is built first.
Yeah.
And that it's done correctly. Now,
income for the future or what they have now?
Both.
Okay.
We don't control to a large degree the income they have now because
No, right.
that's their job. But we want to make sure they've got pieces in place that will provide the income they need guaranteed for life when it comes time for them to retire, coupled with their Social Security.
Okay, so you look, they fill out demos, and then it comes down to the income, and then after income, what do you look at?
Then we'll go typically to investments, but that isn't always the case.
No, but to see that they have something squirreled away?
Yes, and we will then evaluate the type of risk they're taking, the types of investments they're in, and can make certain recommendations. Lots of people, I just had some folks in off your show, in fact, here, talked to them last week, that their biggest concern right now is legacy. They want to get a plan put in place because they're worried about what's going to happen if something happens.
All right, now, we have Tracy. We're going to follow up with Tracy on the driveway, and then we have Bob, an expert, to talk about this on the concrete and what's going on with the latest contractor. It seems like she was victimized twice. I can't believe it, but that's what's going on. The concrete world really sucks in Colorado. More on that coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. 303-713-TALK.
Let's talk about the...
Yay.
What's that?
I shall return.
All right. So this Investopedia is pretty damn good. Seriously. I'm sorry, Bizopedia, I'm sorry. It's a really good site. I want to put you guys in here. Retirement planning. Is it an LLC? And it's what city? Do you want anything? Or you have some?
Eisenhower.
ABC News, I'm Alex Perez. Demonstrators are outside Miami Federal Court where former President Trump will face criminal charges over his handling of classified documents. Security, content authorities say they are prepared.
I'll be right back.
Demonstrators are outside the Miami Heat practice facility to explain to them in no uncertain detail that they are fucking pussies. Back to you in the studio.
That they fucking wash their asses.
There's a guy on
To
TikTok.
the better team.
Huh? Denver? Oh, you just want to talk about the gunfire? Come on.
Nuggets have beaten the fuck out of the Hong Kong Heat in Game 5, winning 94-89 and securing their first ever NBA championship. Fuck yeah. Nikola Jokic physically and emotionally destroyed the sorry-ass Heat, finishing with 28 points, 1 ring, and a Finals MVP. Jamal Murray balled the fuck out, winning his first ring, proving anything is possible after tearing his ACL.
Guten Tag, wie geht's heute, sir?
What?
Hello. Hello. I'm doing great. How are you?
No.
Hi, Sam. I'm great. By the way, you just called an FBI agent, and I have your number on file and your name and a recording. So if you ever call this number again, I will make sure that you're arrested. Is that clear?
Wow.
Bye.
Yeah, I get that a lot with what I do.
Yeah.
These people try to tell me they're an FBI agent. I'm like, show me your badge.
They don't normally talk to me. They normally just hang up on me.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost better than actually speaking German.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Is that a spam call?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I was going, what's Kelly talking about? That looks good, Shannon. Salad or just pasta or something?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. From Pudge Brothers Pizza.
Oh, I remember those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cheryl, come on. Work with me.
Oops. I don't know who's going to be here Thursday. I'll be downtown. Having fun with the parade.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Son of a tea biscuit.
Of course, more thunderstorms.
Sure is moist.
Hi, Cheryl. My name's Kelly. I'm calling from the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show, and you had sent us an
Gutter.
Okay. Oh, understood. Well, we don't really do obvious cases because we're a radio show.
Always.
So the whole point of the program is
But it just always
on the
stays
radio
this way.
and talk in order to get any sort of help. But what you can do is email me at help@troubleshooter.com and I can.
And then downstairs here, especially.
Referral list, and you might be able to find an expert on one of our from one of our companies. Okay, no problem. Thanks for calling, Cheryl. Okay, bye.
Wow.
What do I say, Shannon?
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
No, do not call
Scheiße?
a radio show if you don't want to be on the radio. That's what I said.
You got to talk him into coming on.
The other thing
I tried, but there are ones that are just convinced that it's not going to happen.
What are some of the other things you actually say? Are you on a speakerphone? I'm having a hard time hearing you. That and, oh my
Yeah.
God, am I bloated today?
Yeah, that
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. This hour brought to you by Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. During this time, man, if you want to know what your house will sell for, Frank Duran will tell you to almost a certainty based on his vast 30 years of experience. He sells for more money than market average and quicker than the market average for sure, and one of the best performing realtors in the entire country. 303-920-1622. That valuation is free of charge from Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. 303-920-1622. All right, so Tracy called, and she's gotten basically victimized twice, I think. Well, first time, of course, all things concrete. Salvador Najarro, he's a crook, in my opinion. Took money, didn't finish the job, said he would refund the money, never did. The police charged him. He's facing charges. Tracy says she's not the only one who's been screwed by this guy. And so now she hired a second company. What happened there, Tracy?
Well, they came out and they done the driveway, and it was beautiful for the first couple months. No issues. It was beautiful. And then it started flaking off, and then it started coming up in chunks.
How much is like when you say a chunk? What is that chunk? What does that look like? That chunk?
It will come up in anywhere from probably 6 to 8 inch pieces at a time. It's cracked. It's just you don't dare take a hose to it because it'll just wash it away. So anything from 2-inch pieces to 8-inch pieces that's coming up.
Okay. So now,
and
what the heck, Bob, do you have to say? LEM Landscaping. Bob, he calls in from time to time about, he's our expert on a lot of stuff here, and he's weighed in on a lot of concrete stuff. What do you have to say, Bob?
Tom, here's the first thing I want to ask this young lady, and then I'll tell you why I called. What, in either one of these cases, was your warranty in writing on that contract?
Well, on the first one, it was supposed to be 3 to 5 years.
Wait, it was in writing that, wait, what's 3 to 5 years? This is what I don't understand. Help me.
That it was supposed to be guaranteed for 3 to 5
But
years.
what does it actually say? Guaranteed 3 to 5 years or what? What does it actually say? This is guaranteed 3 to 5 years?
That they guaranteed their workmanship for 3 to 5 years.
But what does that mean, 3 to 5? Okay, we're only going to do 3. I mean, I don't understand. You have a warranty. Yeah, ma'am, I'm going to warranty this car anywhere from 1 year to 10 years.
Well, now they won't even honor any kind
Well,
of
what
warranty
is, but,
because he told
Tracy,
me to
did you
take a
ask?
good price.
I'm seriously not trying to give you a hard time. I need to know. Did you ask what that means, 3 to 5? In other words, when is it 3? When is it 5?
Well, and that's what I didn't understand either. And you know, I was like,
All
is
right.
it 3? Is it 5? And they said their workmanship for 3 years, quality
Okay,
of
I
the
get
driveway
it.
for 5 years.
I get it. Okay. So, Bob, what was your point here, Bob?
All right. So, Tom, here's my point. I tell everybody this. There isn't a company in this state, number one, that warranties concrete with us. But here's the thing. As soon as she said 3 to 5 years, she was lied to. The builders don't even warranty the concrete anymore. And here's what I try to tell people. If you're getting a warranty, it should not say workmanship, because that's their way out of not fixing anything. Workmanship means they know how to put it in, and they tell, no, when we finish it, we'll look at it. And she just said...
Okay, then what should they say, bro? What should they say? Help me
Here's
out.
what it should say. It should say what LEM says. We warranty the concrete. If you don't get a concrete warranty, your warranty is useless. Why do we warranty the concrete? If it fails, if there's something that happens, we are the only company that does that. That's why you repeatedly tell people, yes, you pay a little bit more, but again, you get what you pay for. She had no warranty on this. I'm helping one of your other callers from last week. He said, well, I had a warranty. I said, well, what was it? He said, well, you just verbally told me it was industry standards. I said, then you have no warranty at all. He didn't even put it in writing. And this is what I try to tell people. And now with the second case, again, she probably got a lower price. Another company that's out there doing crappy work, and when she said within a couple months it started falling apart, that's exactly what I tell people will happen. It looks great when they leave, and then it falls apart, and then you can't get the company to come out and fix it. And I know you and I have had this conversation. Bob, I'd rather pay twice than pay more. Why would you want to go through what...
No, Bob, I did not say that. In this one case we were talking about, the price that you quoted was twice as much as the other guy, and I said, Bob, I can understand being more expensive for better quality, but paying twice is basically what I'm saying. You're right, because if I paid the guy twice to do it, or paid someone twice to do it, and they were both the same quality or faulty, then that would be stupid. I get it. So you're saying pay once, get it done the right way, and don't have to redo it. I get it. I was just questioning on that one job that the expense, and you said, that, well, that's because I guarantee everything. I stand behind it absolutely, positively. I get it. Still, there is a sensitivity to pricing, even with good warranties. I'm not saying I wouldn't use you. I've had my fill of crap. But sometimes, I'm just saying, sometimes people just won't pay twice. They won't pay double the amount if you bid a job. And then it ends up stinging them.
Mine actually wasn't double. If you remember, the guy had one guy stamped and one guy gray. Well, he asked me to do it one way. Of course mine's going to be more because he didn't have me do it the way he wanted. But here and there, you stand behind us, Tom. I appreciate that. But these people in Colorado, because you just said it, concrete companies out here, most of them aren't licensed to work here. Most of them are giving you this great price, and then when it falls apart, because they don't want to pay a little more, not double, but a little more, to get a warranty on the concrete does not make sense to me. It's never going to...
You're right. You're absolutely right, Bob. We have no argument with quality. And I might have been mixed up on that one job. It just sounded really high, but I don't care about that. We've never had a complaint about you. But I want to know something, Tracy. What part of town are you in? Without giving your exact address, where are you?
I'm in Lakewood.
I'd like Bob to look at it.
I would love, I need help. And you know what? Brandon won't help me, which is where the concrete came from, because I'm not the contractor who ordered it. I don't have a ticket on it. I've tried.
Well, why did you? This is what I don't understand. You get screwed the first time. I tell you to go to the referral list, and you hire someone else. What the hell is going on? I mean, at some point...
I didn't just go with one bid. I had 5 or 6 guys out.
Did you have anyone from our referral list? Bob at LEM didn't get a call from you. I'm not saying you have to have someone from our referral list, but it really astounds me. Every day I get calls from people who've been screwed. They even listen to the show. They listen religiously, some of them, and they got screwed. And I said, by the way, did you call the referral list? 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Bob will go out and look at your landscaping, or look at your concrete. He will. It's fine. We're doing great. We're not angry. I want you to get help. Let's see if we can get this fixed, or what is wrong with it to begin with. That's what I'd like to know. Listen, concrete is so difficult. Mark, would you say when it comes to around the house, outside, is that the number one complaint? I think it is. Concrete.
I think landscaping in general, but definitely concrete and asphalt.
Yeah. Asphalt's easier to deal with, I think, but man, asphalt, the complaints we get are mainly just crooked companies. My God. It's almost like the school for screwballs and rip-offs. Let's start with asphalt. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. And by the way, just because I do get live feedback on YouTube, I'd like to respond to AG. I don't normally respond to YouTubers, but I will because I like my YouTube morons. And I just want to tell you this. I will continue to interrupt people and talk over them when they say the same things over and 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 over, or they tell stories that would basically take up the whole show. So you see, whether you like it or not, I have to keep the train on the tracks. And I have to keep a time schedule. And I will continue to interrupt people to ask questions that are pertinent. And I will continue to talk over people that don't shut up. How's that? Because it's my show. So tune out if you don't like it. I talk over people on purpose. I ask questions on purpose. Because that is what, excuse me, got a drink. That is what I need to do in order to get the information. People have a tendency, if you've ever listened to the show, to start at the beginning and want to end at the end, even if the beginning has very little to do with the problem. Now, I'm not, by the way, faulting them for that. I'll ask them questions. I'll get to the problem. But I have literally had people call this show, Mark has laughed his ass off, where they will start a story about something that happened to them and what they did and how it had nothing to do with why they were calling. They're calling about the transmission on their truck, and they started out with a landscaping story. Do you recall some of these stories, Mark, that we just are astounded by?
All the time.
And I say, wait a minute. Why didn't you just tell us what the problem was? Now, I love stories, by the way. So here's what I do. I interrupt less when the story is interesting. Because I like that. I like, even if it's not pertinent, if it's interesting. But when something is total nonsense and they keep repeating themselves, or worse, they give out inaccurate information. Like, well, as you know, Tom, I have 3 days to cancel, and I didn't, and I canceled. I have to stop them dead in their tracks because people listening to the show go away hearing that thinking, well, I didn't know I had 3 days to cancel. So whatever it is, there is absolutely a method to my madness. I'm not an absent-minded professor who sits here and decides I'm just going to start talking for no reason. There is absolutely a reason each and every time. I just explained that because sometimes morons need an explanation. I'm Tom Martino. Speaking of morons, we have more on after this.
Nice.
Hi, Colorado. This is Steve Powers with McDonald Automotive. At McDonald Automotive, we're all in when it...
That part about needing to stay on time was funny.
Where you can shop 21 models of fully electric or plug-in hybrid vehicles. Our brands include Volkswagen, Audi, Hyundai, Volvo, and Polestar. Stop by our McDonald dealerships on South Broadway in Littleton or visit Colorado's only Polestar store in the heart of Cherry Creek North. The McDonald family of dealerships powered by Excel Energy. Visit us today.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, if you ever get injured in a car accident and you need help, you can call any number of attorneys. I mean, they're all advertising, right? You see them on TV bragging about their big asses, their big arms, their big heads, whatever they Some people even call themselves bears. Some people call themselves whatever it is. You know, these are all nice little gimmicks, but if you want help, if you want truly an attorney that will listen to you, you need to call someone who will talk to you, not a call center. Well, guess what? Here's a novel approach. John Fuller will actually talk to you the first time you call about your case. Well, if he's there, and then most of the time he's there. And then he will evaluate that case, and when you hire him, he will handle your case. That's his pledge. He'll only take as many cases as he will personally handle. John Fuller, 303-597-4500, 303-597-4500, myaccidentlawyer.co. Notice the difference. Excel Roofing, now's the time you need them. Have you heard about the hail? Oh my God, how about Boulder? They just got wiped, man. And then you have it all over the Front Range. Excel Roofing will never do you wrong. I've known them the entire time they were in business. They've done roofs for me, repairs for me. They do gutter cleaning. They even have a roof repair division and a roof replacement division. And they've been here for like 30 years or more. And they are going to continue to be here. Even Jay's son's learning the business. They don't take a cent until you're absolutely content. Not one red penny. And no cancellation penalties in their contracts because they have to earn your trust, and they do every day. So listen to this. They're not going to force you into a contract. It's not going to be a hazy contract. It's going to be a clear, concise contract of exactly what you need, and then they're going to do exactly what you need. Excel, as in excellent, E-X-C-E-L, excelroofing.com, 303-761-6400. Made in the shade.
The internet can be an all.
Oh, you had another one?
What
God
the?
damn it.
Come on, man. I mean, come on.
Too many.
All you have to do is look at the list. I didn't do them.
Fine.
I'm like, okay, he did one, now he's got to do it.
I erase them as I do them.
Due to identity threats.
Oh, okay.
Your credit and bank statements.
I'm so sorry, Tom.
Now
I feel bad teasing you.
Just tell me.
To fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% off their first year with promo
So is
code
it after
NEWS.
this, bro?
Go
Yes, sir.
.com.
Made in the Shade is the company that gives you window coverings of all kinds. But you know what? Here's the deal. They come to your house and they estimate first for free and measure every single window opening, and then they offer you what you should get based on a designer's help. And if you decide to go with them and you buy the stuff, you get all the manufacturer's warranty plus their in-house installation guarantee. You have a wonderful job done from beginning to end. One-stop shop, Made in the Shade. Look for them at referralist.com or Google them or call them. Made in the Shade. 720-458-6566. How about this?
Thank you. Sorry, I didn't know when you were done.
Did you literally pull up week on the Made in the Shade? You kind of...
I interrupted him, yeah.
You exited prematurely?
Yeah, at least before you started. By the way, what I'm having is spinach and artichoke pasta, rigatoni, Alfredo sauce.
Oh, rigatoni, okay.
Chicken, artichoke heart, spinach, tomato covered in melted mozzarella. That's what it is. I had to look it up.
But is it...
Because when I call them, I go...
Alfredo?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I call them, I say, hey, can I have that artichoke thing? Sir, do you mean the... Yeah, whatever.
Well, if it's got spinach and artichoke hearts, that's good. That's always... You can never go wrong with spinach and artichoke hearts.
Mm-hmm. Well, Tom, you can rest easy. You've solved everyone's problems. They don't have to call anymore.
I don't know what is wrong with the last 2 days.
Concrete was the last problem on Earth.
Like, and 3 of
Here
the
we go.
outbound people...
30 K-How.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 713-TALK, 713-8255. So I got a question from someone on text saying, I thought people only had 6 years to collect, Tom. You always tell us that. And this person is being hounded on a debt that's 10 years old. There's a couple things that could be going on here. Texter. First, maybe it's Dexter the texter. Here's the deal. 6 years is the amount of time they have to get a judgment. 6 years in Colorado, statute of limitations. If they did not go to court and get a judgment, they can't do it. That doesn't mean they must stop collecting. They still can. In fact, they can continue to collect as long as they want, or try to, I mean. They can't harass you. They have to follow the fair debt collection practices. But here's what they can do. They can trick you into making a payment, which will resurrect that statute of limitations for another 6 years. Did you know that? So beware of these ones who say, hey, man, all we have to do is make one small payment. It's all done. Now, you could do that if you wanted to, but there's no reason to after 6 years. You don't have to settle anything you don't want to. And here's the other thing you need to know. Maybe during that last 6 years or 10 years, they did get a judgment. You didn't know about it because you didn't show up, or you were never really served and they got a default judgment. It's too late to argue about a default judgment after this much time. That's the problem with default judgments. Once they get one, if you don't discover it in 6 months to a year, it stays, whether or not you were really served or not. But here's the deal. Then they resurrect and renew that judgment. So it could be a 10, 12-year-old debt, but it still could be due and collectible because they either got a judgment or they tricked you into making a payment. So that's the question on judgments. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So we're talking to rpcenter.com, Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. And one of the things I wanted to ask, we talked about what you do. They gather information. They don't take just rich people. They gather information on income, savings, investments, insurance, any long-term care you have, what your job's like, what benefits you have, what they can already utilize. And then they look at income. They want to make sure you have income now, and maybe you're planning for income later. I contend, guys, that there are some people, and I hate to say this, but this is a fact of life. There are some people, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. There are some people that make just enough to live on. I don't know how they save for retirement. I just don't know how they do it, guys. I mean, do you have an idea?
You know, the rule of thumb is if you can save 10 to 15% of your income consistently throughout your working years, you're going to have some money when you retire.
Okay, so and everyone can at least save what, 10%? You're saying?
I would think so, but however, you run into some who can't, and they don't, and for whatever reason, they've not been able to do that, or they save 10% for a while and then have to dip into it and spend it for some kind of an emergency. And my heart obviously goes out to those kinds of situations, and we can't do something with nothing, but we're certainly willing to talk to somebody if they do have a situation where maybe they've got a little bit of savings, not enough according to what they might think, and see if there is something we can do to help.
A novel idea would be to something I've always said, and I don't know if people have ever even thought about it, and that's curbing their desires. And I don't mean that you have to curb what you eat, you know, not eat, not sleep, not... Seriously, there are people, young people starting out that want absolutely everything now, and they do it one of two ways. First of all, they spend every dime they make, or they go into debt with credit cards and then decide, you know, oh, I can do this because the minimum payment on a credit card is just a few bucks a month. So now they treat a credit card like it's additional income. They do not treat it like an obligation.
Yeah, and what else will happen is you'll get a young couple who doesn't have kids, and they enjoy this lifestyle and this standard of living, and they get themselves extended into debts that they, like car payments and house payments, that they can't get out of, and then they start having kids, and life gets expensive, and you've got all these debts that pile up before you realize it. You know, regardless of how big somebody's income is, though, if they can be consistent with their savings, they're going to be okay long term. If I'm a low income earner and I'm able to save 10% of my income every year, by the time I get to retirement, I'll have enough to take care of my continued standard of living at what I'm used to. It's not going to give you an extravagant lifestyle.
Just 10%.
Yeah. But
and
you gotta be
it's never too early to start saving.
No. It's never too late either.
But you'd be shocked at how many people have zero in savings and zero in investments. And another thing with investments, the problem with most investments, first of all, and this is no one's fault, but if you don't have enough to invest in some of the good stuff, you try to make big returns on little investments, and that sets you up for failure.
Yep.
You're never going to make big returns on little investments.
Correct. And
you're never going to.
What we find a lot of times is people try to play catch up and they take way too much risk.
That's right.
And
That's right.
Guess what? For the last 5 or 10 years, the market's been reasonably good. Been good. But we don't know what another 2008 might look like or when another 2008 type of a market will come where the market drops 40 or 50% and lasts 3 or 4 years. Like some people that lost money back in that kind of a market, they were overextended in the market. They were taking too much risk, and it took them 10 years to get back to even.
So,
That's
Mark,
a dangerous thing.
Mark, what about this recession you expected? What's going on with that? You said we're going to be in a recession, so what do you think? You got a comment? That's the thing. Is he there, by the way? I thought he was.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. So remember, you said for sure we were either in a recession or going into a recession. Do you still think that?
Yeah, I do, actually. I don't think it's going to be a huge one. What do they say, with a soft landing?
Well, what does that mean? I mean, what is a soft landing? What is it?
I don't think it's going to be 08, 09, or 2010 again. I don't think we're going to see the kind of foreclosures. But not interest rates. I think we're going to start seeing interest rates drop as well.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, if in fact
people aren't buying new cars now, there's a ton of credit card debt. The worst is yet to come. But what I'm saying is, I don't think it's going to be as bad as it was 12, 15 years ago.
Okay, just a minor recession. Do you think?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is going to be debt. I'm hoping the foreclosures aren't what they were, but the credit card debt is getting massive. But at least, a bankruptcy can generally get rid of those.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily great. But, I mean, it does give people a fresh start in some cases. And, listen, that's really bankruptcies for credit card debt is another form of social services. It really is for personal credit card debt. And then of course for higher income businesses and corporations, bankruptcy is a way of recirculating that investment money. That's really what it is. I mean, to the extent that it does get people back in the game, it can help a little, but it certainly shouldn't be a resolution. I mean, it shouldn't be our ultimate solution, obviously. Now, as far as jobs continue to be strong. I mean, they really are. The one claim to fame that Biden gives when it comes to personal finance and our economy and our country is, hey, we have a great job market. And you can't deny that, right? So how do you have a recession with a great job market? How? I mean, I don't see how it can happen totally. Like you said, you could have a bit of a one or a soft one, but when you have people working, you have income being generated, no matter what they're working. What is unemployment right now? What is the rate right now? Do we know? As of today?
It's very low.
I know it. I mean, that is one thing you can't fault the government on jobs right now, unless people...
Well,
go ahead.
There's a lot of jobs that are open that can't get filled. I mean, that's almost like the opposite problem.
Anyway, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Bethany and Lauren have a problem with the Castle Rock HOA. Now, is this Castle Rock itself, or is that the name of the... I don't think it's the name of the subdivision, but we'll come right back to you and more on the Troubleshooter Show, 303-713-TALK. The lowest price with air conditioning, guaranteed for the same equipment. Give them a call. They carry major equipment. 888heating.com. Yes, the heat is coming. I know we don't feel it right now, but you'll be happy to get it now when prices are guaranteed to be the lowest. 303-770-2776.
Fabulous.
This hour from the Trajan Wealth K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted...
And not to be too conspiratorial, how do we know?
.com.
We're not calling and asking everyone. That's
Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen.
Pretty easy driving throughout the Denver Metro for the late morning hours. One incident into downtown I-25 southbound before Spear Boulevard. We've got a crash in the right lane with stop-and-go traffic back from I-70. For this time of day, only looking at about 5 minutes of delayed driving into downtown. Northeast of there through Commerce City, I-270 westbound, brief delays approaching Vasquez. Nothing too out of the ordinary there. I-70 east and westbound flowing free from one end of town to the other. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, cloudy skies. We're expecting more scattered thunderstorms today. High of only 65 degrees, overnight low of 50. We're looking at thunderstorms from tomorrow on till about Saturday this week. The current temperature is 58 degrees. With your impact traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Hey, DQ fans, the new Oreo Brookie Blizzard treat is here. That's a delectable combination of Brookie and Oreo cookie pieces blended together in world-famous soft serve. You get all that in just one treat, and that treat is waiting for you only at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
Shopping.
Are we done? Thank you. Sheridan Auto Tech, Uncle Kevin treats you like family. If you want auto repair and maintenance, heavy or light, including electrical problems, you need honesty and experience and value and convenience, and all of it is Sheridan Auto Tech on Colfax west of Wadsworth. He's been with us for many years, never complains. People love him, and you will too. If you need your car maintained, repaired, SheridanAutotech.com. 303-455-7242. That's 455-7242. If you're wanting investments, of course, there are investments, and then there are investments guaranteed in writing, never to lose a dime, and to have a return on investment guaranteed. Now, if you want to find out more, mymoneymyway.com, 303-779-6600. A lot of people are moving away from the stock market and into more solid investments. MyMoneyMyWay.com, one of the places people are going. 303-779-6600.
Yep. I hit it. Why is it not going?
If you suffer from burning,
There it is.
Hey, Mark.
Mark,
I don't.
can we see him on camera? Oh, he must have walked off.
He actually flashed to just Tom's camera.
What's he doing, Cuban?
I don't know. Do not know. Honestly.
Has he left to go tubing? Yeah. Tubing? Joffrey.